Hey guys, I just want to do a video on this American who was kidnapped in Cebuco, Zamboanga, Philippines. His name is Elliot Eastman. He's original from Vermont in U.S. Uh, just saw this news about yesterday actually. Um, right now I'm looking at this. That the FBI visit Zamboanga del Norte. They are getting involved now in looking for the American. He's a YouTuber. He's a content creator. He's just a young guy, 26 years old, and then I think he just lived there for like not too long ago. He went to the Philippines last year and met his wife. His wife is a Muslim, and they got married, and then he came back to the US for a few months, and then later decided to go and stay in the Philippines, and he started to build his life with his wife in the Philippines, in Cebuco, which is north of Zamboanga City. And I kind of know Zamboanga a little bit because my wife family, they have they live there. They're from the Zamboanga City, and then my wife at one time also tried to help the family over there. She was working there for a couple of years, so it's a very, but this is way back in the 80s when was things were not as it's more violent. I mean, she was telling me like almost every night you can hear a bomb going off. It was a very scary time. But now, of course, things are changing. I've seen it. Life has been improving. So, but still, you have to be very careful. Anyway, let me tell you about this. Then I'll go with my reaction. The American, he's a young American, decided that usually, American go there to retire. You see expat, older expat going to the Philippines and look for Filipina, to be there, for forever, or just to take care of them, of their old age. And then, but this one, we are also seeing a small group of young American, male going to the Philippines because for some reason I guess they get tired of living here in the U.S. They want that kind of lifestyle. I don't want to too critic, but I just don't understand. Young guys, decided just to they want to go to the Philippines and live, like a low key, a low key life. Just do a block, make it easy, easy life. Um, so for me, I strongly advise, a viewer, if you are like, let's say if you are, a retiree, that American retiree, you go into the Philippines and you keep busy, you want to have something, make some money. Hey, you know what? Be a YouTuber. I mean, it's a low cost with more upside. That if you do well, you're gonna get rewarded. It's not bad. I mean, as long you stick to your plan, your spot. Don't venture out too far. Stay in the city. It's much safer. Um, but I've seen so many young, YouTuber, foreigner, expat. They go there. They're gonna go to the Philippines, and then they want to venture out to to those dangerous city because they're gonna get high view, which is I don't think it's worth it. It's just my opinion. It's not worth it. But yeah, he's this guy is a young, 26 years old. He decided he wants to, live in the Philippines. And he said it himself. I went to his channel. He had mentioned that he doesn't feel safe. He said, people kind of look at him kind of not very friendly way, and I can understand when I heard that, I pick up right away because I've been to the province, and I certain province, and you go there, and then people look at you. Remember, I'm from the Philippines. People look at you in a different way, like especially the older people. You feel like you're not welcome there. They feel like you're intrusive. You get you are just try to bother them or something like that, or maybe change their, the town or something like that. You can sense that you don't feel like being welcome, and then especially if you are a foreigner, like a white foreigner, or doesn't matter if you're white or black foreigner, you're gonna be stand out, And then when you feel that way, if that was me, I would just leave. I would just go somewhere where you feel much safer, because your instinct is always, it's always I don't know. I always go with my instinct. If I go, certain area, I don't feel safe. Like in Zamboanga. This was back in the 80s. I went there. I was in the sales business, before, and then I went to Zamboanga City just for one day. I arrived in Zamboanga, and then to my shock, I was like, each corner, this is a military post. Each corner of in the city, each corner there's a military force. You're gonna have like a three or four guys, with those big guns, just watching people. And then when I saw that, I said, you know what? Hey, I'm not staying. I was planning to stay for a couple of days, to do my business. I took one of the boat, big boat, those big boat, like a cruise, something like that. And then because when I was young, I like to travel, and every time there's a new boat, like those cruise ship, I will take it right away, just to experience, And then once I landed in Zamboanga City, and I you know um, went to the city. I saw the military press, and I said, what, I'm not staying. So went back to the boat and get the right away, get the ticket to to sell again, to go back to Manila. I just don't feel safe. I go with my instinct. And then, like I was saying, there's also one time I went to a town, and then people are looking at me like, like like they're gonna eat me, like I'm not, quite welcome there. I kind of hurry up, I move, start to move away, yeah. So just be very careful. I don't know. It's not like I'm happy to see this happen to this young man, but in a way, I think it's a good warning that because we if you just turn on the YouTube, right, you see it almost like every week. There's a new blogger. It's okay, I mean, it's not like it's bad, because they do different things, right? But they're gonna attract more, and more. Now they're attracting the young people coming to the Philippines, and then to be a blogger, and then just go venture out to this remote island. They're gonna go to a small town, and then because they are a foreigner, they're gonna get attention, and then the viewer likes that, especially Filipino. They love to watch that, and then especially watching the foreigner eating, let's say, the local food, the lechon, the balut, it was a thrill, for Filipino, and I don't blame them. I understand that, they think it's funny, that, it brings the smile to their face. It's okay, and the foreigners know that, and they are taking advantage of the situation. I say this is, it's a golden opportunity that you can just like having a vacation and get paid for. Why not, right? Especially when you're young, you're very adventurous, but they, just be very careful because these things can happen. I was reading, it was saying that these are, four people, they dress up like a law enforcement, like they dress up like a police, and then they were saying they are not, and then one of the I was listening to a local station. They were saying that this is a group of the Abu Sayyaf, something like that. At the moment, we don't really know, but the good thing is that the FBI is getting involved. The American, are getting involved. So that's a good thing. At least they will get something, at least push the local, to do their job. Because we all know in the Philippines everything was so slow. Everything is very slow. So yeah, but I don't know. My feeling is sometimes when they say they just dress up like a cop or some or policeman. It could be it could be a cop, it could be a rogue cop. We have many things like that, incident happen that these are some bad cop that they're trying to get the easy money. uh, I don't know. During in my days, we are always very careful. We are very careful. We don't want to show up. Like when I was in sales, I usually carry a clutch bag. The men bags. Something like that. Like not a purse, but for the men. That's where I kept all my receipt. All the a lot of stuff. Calculator, pen. Something like that. And then that my clutchback was so bad. It's the leather was peeling off. It was like so yucky looking at it. But and then customer keep teasing me, say, "Hey, don't you think it's about time to replace that?" I said, "Why? Why?" I don't want to get attention. I don't want to when people see that I carry this ugly bag, they think that I'm poor or something like that. I cannot afford to buy a new one. It's a good thing because that clutch bag is holding a lot of money. Sometimes, especially on Saturday, when I do collect the uh, what we call in sales business is a collection day. It's on Saturday, and I go out collect this check, and I put this. Of course, I don't want to you know get the attention, and then at the same time I always try to like even on my channel I did mention this a few times. I keep saying that I have seen many like many expat, American expat. They build a house, nice, and they try to show people, they, of course, it's a good for content, you show it step by step, and then you up, from the beginning to the very end, it will, you're gonna get lots of view, especially if you're a new, if your channel is new. It's one way to get a good view was building a house, but at the same time you have to think about it. You have to think about safety. If it's me personally, I would not do that, and I would advise to foreigner not to do that because for safety reason. You don't want you don't want to attract attention. When I was in the Philippines, I have some friends, they have a nice place, but I refuse to videotape. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put their safety in jeopardy. So because I know that we are very very careful. and I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, I want to show my friend house or my family house for content, and then risking their safety. You know, first of all, they're not going to be happy with me, and then the second is I know I should not be doing that. So you know that's why you don't see me filming. You know, I was with my childhood friend. You know, I mention it on my channel like my Uber driver. Uh, I just like to jokes around. My Uber driver live in Makati. Uh, he live in a like a four-story building. That's my Uber driver, and he just told me that he because I was going to make a joke that this is my Uber driver, you know, with a nice car, pick me up, and then I'm going to say he's the richest Uber driver, something like we're going to make a jokes, you know. And then I told him, I said, he want to be on my channel, I'll mention you, but I'm not going to show your face, you know, for your safety. And then I said, you know, this is the I did make a video, but I have to find it where it is. I'm going to share it soon. I took a lot of video in the Philippines. I still have not going through all the video yet. Since still have a lot of things to do, you know, especially with our elections coming up, you know, in about 2 weeks. Uh, so I was joking. I said, you know, when I was filming, you know, I did not film his face, but I was filming, you know, that where we going. So this is I got a Uber driver in the Philippines, and he lived in Makati in a nice four-story building, and then he also have a house in California. He has a one big house in the California, and then he said, no, actually it's two. I said two. You never told me you got two. He said, yeah, we have two. So anyway, uh, I would not film something like that because we in the Philippines we are very careful. This is safety reason. I can tell you a lot of story back in the days. These are the story that it's word in within the community. You know, within the community that you're not going to hear it from the media. Because a lot of time, you know, when people have these bad things happen, like a kidnapping or something like that, they don't report it to the police. Why is it? Why is it they don't report it to the police? Because one of the things is they don't trust the police. You know, and that's unfortunately, you know. Now I don't know. I think there's still, like a concern if you're going to go to the police. You know, there's so many, like bad people. Yeah, I mean, you can Google it. You know, in the Philippines, you know, there's a lot of going on right now with this syndicate, something like that. And then there's a story I'm gonna share. I think I can share with you. This is a long time ago. You know, this is a long time ago. So at one time they were kind of very famous. They were kidnapping a Chinese community, you know, those wealthy people, and then you find out how did they know who to target. It's very easy. They just go to the bank, you know, and they kind of put a gun to the manager, say, hey, I want the list of your biggest client. All right, you know, that's what they do. And then once they get the list, they know who to find, you know, they know who to target. So yeah, just be very careful, you know, with this syndicate. I mean, it's everywhere anyway, right? It's not only in the Philippines, you know, it can be anywhere. Um, but that's that's what you don't hear from the news media. You know, this is the thing that is shared through the community. Anyway, so that's why we never film. We never film. You know, like if we if we live in a nice place, we don't film. We try to live it low key, low profile is much better. That's what I keep saying. You know, just if you, especially if you're an American expat, you're living in the Philippines, you want to do blog, hey, good for you. because it's like it's a small investment, big return, right? A big return, unless if it's your life, we're talking about now. It's not worth it, just stay in the city. I've seen some blogger, young blogger, went to some Wonga city, and then he's filming, the city, and then went to the market and asking the vendor, the people that it's safe here, because of everybody talk about how unsafe is Zamboanga City, and then the people they say, hey, that's not true. It's very safe here. Don't worry, Pony, you should come. I'm not saying you should not go. You can go. I mean, it's safe in the city, but just be very careful. Don't venture out to the outskirts. Especially in a remote area, because you don't know who's hiding there. So anyway, let's hope nothing bad happened to. But I'm very curious. I'm very curious about this incident. Who's behind that? We're gonna follow the story. So anyway, let me know your thought on this video. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Oh, did I show you the picture of the blogger? Maybe somebody seen it, recognize it. So anyway, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye bye now.